All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday and getting right back into the swing of things after vacation. We had our friends from Co-Brand stop by with some new releases from Michele Chiarlo and a few other Italian producers. You know, Co-Brand known for their French wines, but they've got a great book of Italian wines as well. Michele Chiarlo, one of the most important producers from the Piemonte. All of these wines are estate from them. And they own a lot of vineyards in the Piedmont. This is the first one, the Arnese Roero Le Madre, which means the mother. And Arnese is the mother of all whites. And it's from the Piedmont, from the Roero area. Most of it comes from, and you get really sandy soils as opposed to chalky soils, which you find in Barolo and Barbaresco. So you really notice well, I don't want to say more simple terroir here, but with the Arnese varietal, it seems to work really nice. This wine's got some nice apple and pear fruit to it, some fresh white flowers, a touch of kind of a briny, salty character to it, too. This wine spends 3 months on lees to add a little richness. Like I said, Arnese, a lot of times people think of this as a very light and simple wine, but you can make a very good wine out of an Arnese. I just had one. It was 5-6 years old earlier today. You'll hear about that and what I drank yesterday, tomorrow, and the next day. Anyways, this wine's a really distinct, got that distinct minerality of Roero. Some nice weight on the tongue here for an Arnese. Short but pleasant finish. $22.50, a very good little Roero Arnese. All right, the Gavi Le Marne, and the wines from this producer, as I mentioned before, all estate bottled, and this property's from Monferrato, and they grow Barbera there as well. This wine's got some lovely fresh apple and pear fruit, some white floral, and some seashell-like minerality to it as well, like biting into a fresh pear. And this really fruit-driven wine, short but clean finish. You notice that chalky kind of minerally soil in this wine. Very good little bottle of Gavi. Nozzel Chardonnay up next. Something you don't think of in Tuscany, but they do make some Chardonnay there. This is a really clean style of Chardonnay, all stainless, so you don't get any of the fresh oak or new oak to muck this up. Really fresh apple, lemon drop, candy fruits, and bright aromas here. Crisp and clean on the palate, with an almost Chablis-like finish. Nice and zesty lemon, citrus fruit, a little wet rock-like minerality. Very good little Chardonnay for $15. And then the 2009 Nozzel Chianti Classico Reserva. It's a really good value for a Chianti Classico Reserva. Nozzel, a classic producer, wild strawberry, red cherry fruit, notes of fresh plowed earth, some porcini mushrooms there. 100% Sangiovese, some of my favorite Chiantis are 100% Sangiovese. Smooth and silky on the tongue. Sangiovese, a lot of bright acidity here as well, and a touch of fresh earth, some herbs. Really light and pleasant. Very good little Chianti for $20. And then one of the best wineries in Tuscany, Tenuta Sette Ponti. They make some incredible Super Tuscans. We showed 4 vintages of this wine in an event Co-Brand sponsored here in the store last year. And next to Sassicaia, next to Nozzel, we had some great wines on the table, and the Arena was as good as anything, including the Sassicaia. This is located on the east side of Florence. The name refers to the 7 bridges leading into Florence. A very sweet bouquet here. This was the Crognolo, not the Arena, I'm sorry, that you have in front of you here. The Crognolo, their entry-level wine, around $30 retail. This is a blend of Sangiovese, Merlot, and Cabernet Sauvignon. Really rich and classic Super Tuscan here with good structure. Has a nice, approachable nature to this wine. This wine meant to be drank young. Excellent juice at $30. And then the Silvio Nardi, Brunello di Montalcino 2007. A very good vintage for Montalcino. This is a blend of 2 different vineyard sites that the folks at Nardi own. Very forward and seductive vintage for Brunello, and really lovely light red berry fruit here, red cherry, porcini mushrooms, wild herbs, sage, classic Brunello bouquet, dried flowers. Smooth and drinking very nicely right now, but this wine has got a good amount of everything, and you could keep it for another 10 or 15 years. I like my Brunello in the 15-year range. To me, that's when they start to reach full maturity. 1995, great vintages like that you can keep longer. 1997, also drinking beautifully today. Like this 2007 should be in around 10 years from now. All right, that's what we had to drink with our friends from Co-Brand. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.